Hi guys, it's Colette. Welcome back to my channel, and I thought I'd do some mediumship while I was so very open after my little conversation for you from Winston. So I think I'll do it. Might not be that long, but I do feel that when I opened up for him, there's a few other people looking to get through. Um, just like to remind you that Dying to Live, I know this is the wrong way round, but we'll give you an idea of what the book looks like. It's still doing quite well on Amazon, particularly on Kindle. So it's my book on the afterlife and the stories that were shared to me by you and allowed me to compile and let you know about different things in the afterlife. Like where souls go, what happens with maybe suicide, what happens if a child dies, what happens if a baby's lost. It's a good all round book. I'm very proud of it, but it did take 2 years of hard work and tears as well. But if you would like to support me, Dying to Live, Death in the Afterlife is my book that's out, and as always my Memoirs of a Clairvoyant by Colette, my life story. So let's see. I think I'm a wee bit squinty. Doesn't matter, does it? There we go. Anyway, if you can take a message today, please pass them on with honour and also with delicacy, and make sure that you do it in the right frame of mind and for the right reasons. So I'm just going to thank White Storm for being here. The channel's open, so let's go into it. I have a message from a Paul to Ashley, who's here, sending such love and giggles and friendship. So this has got a brother sister kind of feel to it, or a really close friendship, but two people that were very in tune to one another. That's from Paul to Ashley, and I think there might have been something in here, a joke between them, maybe a cuddly toy, and I'm getting the name Wesley. Don't know what that's about. Or Wes, just maybe just Wes. Sorry, I might have put the L-Y on the end myself there. Sorry, Whitestone, Wes. Okay, and I have a message from, is it maybe a teenager who's simply John. He passed with infection, and he didn't expect to be taken, so he was a bit confused when he went over, but he's okay now. He found Andrew and I think Diane name. And also he's shown me a dog that looks quite like a Labrador retriever or a golden retriever, something like that. It's, when it's got hair, put it that way. It's got fur that moves when it's running. He does need his family to know that he's okay. And yes, it was a bit of a shock, but he's definitely okay now. Thank you. A very old Elizabeth associated with that family wants to say hello while the channel's open anyway. Okay. I've got a lady who's saying that her name is Rena, and she would like her family and friends to know that she appreciated everything they did for her. I don't think she was very, her brain was doing so well before she passed, and she's thankful. Just saying the word clover. I have no idea what that's about, but it will be meaningful to someone in her family or friends. And she's just a happy spirit. I think she's met up with either Julia or Julie Ann or Julian. And one of the beauties of her being in spirit, just did a flash across there. I wonder if it showed up in the screen. There was just a very major energy bolt went across in front of the channel. But I don't, because the camera's facing me, I don't think it would have picked it up, but it would be interesting if it did. Sorry. She is happy because in spirit she can travel wherever she wants. I think she loved the thought of foreign soils, places to visit. And I believe maybe she read about them. I don't know if she ever travelled, but that's her joy now she's over, is the travel. Thank you. I've got a woman from, I'm hearing a song. It's an old Glenn Campbell song, I think, called Galveston. And she's saying she's from Galveston, okay? But she said, I'm from, and then I heard the song. Okay, so you're from Galveston. Her family seems like McEnroe. Okay. And she's very happy in spirit. She hopes that the family has a good harvest and just keep going. She's met up with Anne or Annie and Thomas, and she's just a really happy spirit. But it's almost like keep going to the harvest. And it's interesting because it's a very, well, I mean, how big is Galveston? I've no idea, but the surname is McEnroe, like the tennis player. So thank you. Thanks for the song. That was funny. Thank you. I have a Jennifer that would like to say hello to Harry. This woman is quite prim and proper, and I think she wore a cameo, maybe brooch, and I believe that Harry might have given it to her. Is Harry still here? I don't know, sorry, she's just pointing out about the brooch. I'll leave that one. I have a little boy called Anthony who passed, and he's a twin. And he watches his sibling all the time and makes sure that they're fine. He's very much a guardian of his twin. There's links to someone that speaks Welsh in that family. It's Welsh, I think it's either Welsh or Flemish. My ear tunes in quite similar to Welsh and Flemish. Yeah. And there's an older lady in spirit who he's very drawn to, and she's called Ruby. Okay, thank you. You're fine? Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. He gets to be kind of in both places because he can be where he is, but he can also be a kind of guardian for his twin. Okay. I have a man called Eddie. He's saying it with an accent. It almost sounds like Edie. He may actually be South African or New Zealand. I know that I do not want to say, you know, that those two lovely countries have the same accent, but sometimes to someone that lives in Europe, the New Zealand accent and the South African one can sound very similar, but I do think it's South African. It's quite clipped. He is saying that he kept birds and he's with his birds, so he's happy. He seems a very gentle soul. Just love birds. I got an image there. I know this image. It's an image of a saint in a kind of monk's brown thing, and he's got birds all around him. I'm not sure if it says St. Anthony or St. Francis, but the energies of this man reminds me of that statue. Oh, I think it might be St. Anthony. Might be St. Francis. I really don't know. But that's the energy I'm getting from that man. So if anybody knows him and understands where I'm coming from, or the relevance of seeing that almost like monk saints statue. Thank you. One more. Got a pet rat who's gone over. I'm hearing Chichi, like Chi-Chi. That's all I'm getting, but it's very much had a good life as a pet. Was well looked after. Chi-Chi. Thank you. Sorry, one more. Bernadette would like to say that she's fine to Stuart. Another bolt of light there, just before I said that. I'm so intrigued to see if, you know, I know that channel, like I showed in the last mediumship, gets so active at times, but the bolts across it of light are quite different at times. The only thing I can think of is White Storm was there before, and maybe it's just energy blasting out. Anyway, thank you, spirits. Thank you, and if you can take the messages and pass them on, please do. Thank you, White Storm. And thank you all for watching this video. Please like it and maybe share it if you want to. The likes and shares and comments all help the channel be seen by those people that need to see it. And thank you again, and many blessings, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now. Let's see if this little switch off works. No, it doesn't.